Hey, it's Tim and I'm here with this week's Frugal Wins and Fails. I have 8 frugal wins and 2 frugal fails, plus a little bit of an update for my friend Stephanie who's been playing along at home. So let's just jump right in. I've got some really exciting things to share with you. I had a coffee table that I've been trying to sell for months. I put it on Facebook in the whole sell things in your neighborhood thing. I've never done that before, but I put it on for sale for $25 and let it sit there. And I've had a few people look or express interest, but nothing ever actualized. People are very flaky on this site, it seems. But finally, last week, someone came to take a look at it and they bought it for $20, and I was just happy to get it out of my living room. So, well, dining room really, because I had moved it from the living room months ago. So that felt great to sell my coffee table for $20. On Veterans Day, I had a dinner date and we went to a restaurant that offered a free meal to veterans, and my date was a veteran, so the bill was a little bit less for that, even though I paid for my meal and the appetizer, but still, it was still frugal. On the same token, my friend Amanda treated me to Red Robin. She is a former roommate. We used to work together at a couple of different companies, and she moved a few hours away, so she was passing through town. We stopped to get a bite to eat, and she treated me. There was a day where I wanted to take a lift home from work. I've kind of just resolved to do that on those days that I work from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. because a 45 to an hour bus ride after that doesn't sound good, and I have to wake up early the next day. On this particular day though, Lyft was going to be $40 to get home because they had surge pricing, and I just couldn't justify that. So I had a friend actually who was getting off at the same time drop me off downtown, which got me halfway home, and then I just took a bus, and it took me a long time, but it was free because I just took a bus home. On Saturday, it's normally my day off from both jobs, but I actually got called in. There was a bit of an emergency and my manager had to go, so I covered for her, and so I got an additional 6 hours that week. She also paid for my Lyft to get to work and gave me some cash for lunch, so that was really great. I was happy to help out and came out a little bit better off for it. I recently signed up for Capital One 360. I did use Budget Girl's Refer Friend code, but I also, when I signed up, it redirected me to another page and had me insert some of my information again, and then I was eligible for a $25 gift for having a deposit and a few debit card transactions. And so I don't know which one it was, but one of those two things got me $25. This one I wasn't sure whether to include or not because it's certainly against most frugal lifestyles, but my credit card limit was raised. Now, I'm not going to use it. And I probably can actually cut up and get rid of the credit card because I haven't really been using it much. Lately I've just been kind of keeping it for rental cars. So kind of keeping it in my back pocket for that just because it's less of a hassle. But my limit was only $500, and I've never had a credit card limit increase because I'm horrible with them, or I used to be. And so recently my limit went from $500 to $3,500, which was just huge to me. But now I've learned not to use it, and I can be responsible. And so really I'm just kind of looking at it as a compliment. Like, obviously I'm doing something right for them to increase my credit limit, and it just feels good. I'm not going to use it. I'm hoping that my credit score will increase too, but I thought I'd report it here. Whether it's a frugal win or not, it's still something changing in my life that is finance related. I have a pretty funny, I think it's funny, frugal fail, which kind of turned into a win. So I went to a sandwich shop down the road. It's called Potbelly. I'm not sure if that's a national chain or just a Portland one or something, but it's like a sandwich shop, kind of like Quiznos. They toast your subs and everything. But so I was kind of craving them, and I looked online because they do delivery, and it's literally a block from my office. But I was really kind of in the moment. I couldn't really get away from my desk, and I didn't want to wait to eat. So I figured I would just have it delivered to my desk, and I can kind of eat while I was working. So I went online, went through the entire process of placing the order, and then with the fee, it's like a $4 delivery fee plus a $1.80 tip that they just put on. I think I'm pretty sure they just put it on because I didn't indicate to do that. It came to $17, and I was like, that's a little steep for lunch, especially for Potbelly when it's a block away. So I ended up saying, whatever, I'm just gonna go for a walk. And I left my desk, went for a walk, walked over to Potbelly, where I was sure to spend less. Except that while I was there, he talked me into upgrading to adding mac and cheese as a side, and I got a tea. So I ended up spending $17 anyway. However, they did kind of mess up my sandwich. I asked for just pepperoni and they ended up adding sausage, which I didn't really care for. So I called in and I have my name on a list to get a replacement sandwich next time I go in. So that's something. And my last frugal fail is kind of two that I just lumped into one. I took a Lyft twice, today and yesterday, to come into work. I missed my bus literally by minutes yesterday. I was walking up the hill from my apartment complex and I saw it drive by. So I just took a Lyft to work. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, nope, I'm gonna sleep for another 20 minutes and I'm taking a Lyft to work. It's Friday, I'll treat myself. So I did take Lyft twice this week when I really shouldn't have, but it's a frugal fail. My friend Stephanie had a pretty decent week too. She took the public transit to the airport instead of a taxi or a Lyft. She took the shuttle from the hotel to the airport to come home. And when she was at the hotel where she was traveling, they had 2 reservations, but one of them was just misplaced. The hotel messed up. So they ended up only having 1 hotel room, which was inconvenient, but cheaper. So Stephanie had a pretty frugal trip that she went on. She did take the Lyft home when she got back into Portland, but again, I think it's okay every once in a while to treat yourself. Anywho, those are my wins and fails for the week, and I will talk to you next time.